Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Friday, April 11th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to tell y'all about something I just saw, right? And what made me decide. Because I wasn't going to make a video right now because I had some things on my mind that I was dealing with. I didn't want to do this video right now. I'm going to make one later. But after what I just saw, it made me say, you know what, you need to discuss this. You need to talk about this like right now. So I drove off, pulled over, delivered my load, and I just picked up my empty for the head back to the port, but I had to pull over to go and make this video right before it slipped my mind, and everything I want to say kind of like fades away, and I get to moving throughout my day and start thinking about something else, right? But I was just at the truck stop, and I left the fuel island, where you get fuel at, right? And I was doing my thing, checking my tires and my oil, little stuff you do, and got me a little fuel. And all I heard was a commotion, like two men arguing, right? So I got back in my truck, it wasn't right in my vicinity, so I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So I got back in my truck. When I was finished, they still arguing. I look over to my right, and there's two drivers arguing with each other, right? And they was arguing about the bucket. At the truck stop, they got buckets by the fuel island with a little thing that you clean your windows with. And they was arguing about the brush you clean your windows with. I'm talking about cutthroat, about to want to just like do each other, right? And then one of them just stopped and bust out crying like a baby. What the hell? Let me repeat that. First off, they out here arguing over the window cleaner thing. They got them in 5-gallon buckets with the soapy water and the thing that, truckers know what I'm talking about. And if you've been to a truck stop, you'd have seen them too at a gas station where you clean your windows. Well, the truck stop got the long ones. Like a broom, but just got the thing, for your windows, right? There's about 10 of them out there. That wasn't the only one. So sometimes the driver will come grab one from a bucket on farther down because it's not one of his buckets. The attendants might have took one out that was broken or something like that and haven't replaced it yet. So there's some buckets, like usually every bucket got one in it. Some buckets don't have some for whatever reason. Might not have a squeegee in it. And every now and then a driver will come down from his aisle and get a squeegee out of another bucket because at his aisle they didn't have one in his bucket. Well, they're arguing over the squeegee. Like it was like life or death. There's other squeegees out here. Why y'all about to go to blow fisticuffs over something that don't belong to either one of y'all, and there's others out here? Why y'all, I'm talking about they were arguing like one of them had just unalived the other's mother. Like he was truly violated. And people standing around looking, and then the attendants started coming to walk out like trying to, just came to fight to break it up, right? And one of them just broke down in tears and just went to boom, sobbing. And then he went to apologizing to the other guy. He said, "Man, I'm just under a lot of pressure. I'm sorry, driver. I'm just under a lot of pressure." He just went to apologizing for out here arguing, wanting to throw blows, and like they want to kill each other over a squeegee. A window thing that you wash your windows with. It was serious business. When I'm listening, y'all, it was 10 of them out there. That wasn't the only one. All right, if he happen to got the one at your bucket, do the same thing with another one right there, you'll get that one to clean your windows and going on about your business. I've never seen nobody argue, get into a dispute over something so trivial as a squeegee. to wash your windows with at a truck stop. Now they do that type of foolishness in the hood. Ghetto folks, we drivers, we professionals out here. I've been out here long enough. I didn't have that problem where my bucket didn't have my brush in it for my windows. I just go grab one from the other aisle. Wash my windows, put it back in the bucket. No big deal. But I'm sitting here watching these two grown men arguing over that, right? And then I watched the other grown man break down crying like he just lost his mom. And then he started apologizing as he's sobbing. And he went to talking about how he's under pressure. He's about to lose everything. So basically, he was already going through something. And just as I thought, this can't be about no squeegee. I know they ain't tripping like that about no squeegee. And that's what it was. The man broke down crying out the blue and just started like pretty much just venting, just let everything come out, what he going through. So the purpose of this video is a warning. Because if that guy that was under all that pressure, there are certain people that if they were under that same pressure, they wouldn't have handled it the way he did. They'll take you out of here over nothing. You think it's over nothing because everybody else looking around like thinking they're arguing about maybe they knew each other, crossed each other out some money or whatever, and you find out it's about a squeegee. They're going at each other like this about a squeegee. But it wasn't about the squeegee. It was about one of the drivers already going through something, already under pressure, already exploding, was already on the brink of exploding. And he finally went on exploded right there at the truck aisle, disguised as being mad about a squeegee. But that wasn't what it was. It was all the stuff he had been dealing with prior. Everything he gone through prior to that moment. He exploded. It could have went a lot worse. And it still would have been over something as trivial as a squeegee. So the purpose and point what I'm trying to make to y'all is just, this is a warning. Be careful out here with your interactions and your run-ins with other people. Again, this is a warning. Be careful how you interact with other people. Be careful how you talk to other people. Be careful if you just look at them the wrong way. Keep in mind, everybody pretty much right now is going through some shit. Everybody right now is under a boatload of pressure. And what's the saying? Pressure busts pipes. In the wintertime, when the weather is real cold, they tell you to turn your water on and let the faucet drip. Because if you don't, the water gonna freeze and cause pressure and bust your pipes. And you're gonna be in for a world of trouble. Keep in mind, pressure busts pipes. And as we discuss the so-called doom and gloom, as we discuss the economy being in a recession, not being able to afford to survive. Remember, there's people out here that are sleeping in their cars, that are homeless, that wasn't homeless not too long ago, that's homeless now. You may not know it. See, you don't know it. People ain't walking around with signs on their chest, with everything, with a list of everything they're going through. So you looking at people, you don't know what's boiling on the inside of their brain, on the inside of their chest. You may be working with somebody right now, you don't know what they're dealing with, what demons they're battling, what they're fighting against. But just know this, the time we living in right now, just about everybody going through some horrible times right now. And everybody ain't able to handle it the same. Everybody don't handle pressure the same. But we all under big pressure right now. Now there's a few people, when I say all, I don't mean everybody, there's a few people that live in, they legs kicked up, relaxed, chilling. So when I say all, y'all know what I mean when I say all. That's the majority. The majority of people right now cry every night. Or every other night. Unless you like me, you want to cry, but you can't, because you done cried all your tears away. Your tear ducts don't work no more. My tear ducts don't work. So I'll be crying, but you won't see no tears. But I cry. I cry. But I cry tearless cries. Because of what I'm dealing with. Because I'm under an extreme amount of pressure. And I know I'm not the only one. So when I saw them guys arguing over squeegee, I said I need to let y'all know this and warn y'all. I'm warning y'all. Like you trolls that be on here trolling me and being disrespectful or whatever. See, you ain't really got to worry about me unless you approach me in real life. But there's some people out here will hunt you down. They will snap because you trolling. This ain't the time to be picking on people. This ain't the time to be a bully. You know how they got all these anti-bullying campaigns and you got bullies out here bullying people? If you a bully, this the wrong day and time to be bullying folks. I don't care how small they are, how docile they look, how weak they look. You don't know what kind of pressure they under, and you don't know when they're about to explode. Be careful how you treat people out here nowadays. Be careful what you say to folks. Watch your attitude. Watch your mouth. Because it just might get you unalived over nothing. You may think it's nothing. Somebody might be in front of you at the light. They text messaging. The light done turned green. You hitting the horn. They might be texting somebody just reading the text saying their mom just died. You don't know what they dealing with. You back there blowing your horn. The next thing you know, they snap. My mom just died. Oh, you blow. Oh, brah. Oh, I'm for real. I'm not playing. Pressure bust pipes. As I did yesterday in my last video, I was telling y'all about the $20 hours, the new poverty. So basically, you got millions of people in America that are working every day and still can't afford to survive. Still can't pay their bill and you working every day. You know what kind of pressure that is? You got a man that just got left by the woman he loved because he don't make enough money. You don't know how his mind gonna handle that while you talking crazy to him in line at the grocery store. You got single moms out here, need to go to work, ain't got nobody to pay to keep the kids, can't afford to pay the daycare. They don't know what they're gonna do. They out here selling coochie to Mr. Earl. He got gray hair everywhere on his gonads. You don't know what kind of pressure she under. Got to be with Willie Earl. And Willie Earl be smelling like motor oil and tobacco. Because he been working on cars all day. And he don't believe in no shower. He old school. And she got to be with Willie Earl. And whatever else she got to do to provide for them babies. Because them babies ain't caring nothing about. They don't know nothing about I ain't got it. We homeless. So you don't know what that lady right there, you talking crazy to what she going through. Keep that in mind. Because you know what you dealing with. And you may be handling it like a champ. But everybody ain't built the same. Some folk built different. Some folk can't handle a little pressure. They fold. As a matter of fact, the majority of people, especially in America, because we so soft now, so feminized, the men, and the women are masculinized, where now you got men that are fold under a little bit of pressure, and you got women that'll go off like men, and they'll take you out. Keep that in mind as you interact with people nowadays. Keep in mind that the person you next to in the grocery store, at the mall, at work, your co-worker, at the restaurant, this is the time now. If you've never done it before, because I was the type of guy, I don't take no crap off nobody. Oh, I want all the smoke. Not no more. Today, you have to learn how to overlook a lot of stuff. You're going to have to learn how to swallow that pride. Me too. Because that person that's getting rude with you, just cut you off, just whatever they doing that you might feel like, man, what's wrong with them? Don't respond back unless your life is in danger. Other than that, let them have it. You trolls that's coming on here trolling me now, I used to go back and forth with you, now I just block you. I'm not arguing with you. You don't know what folks going through. Pressure bust pipes. We're under a lot of pressure. People are homeless now, and you don't know it. People are hiding their cars now, you don't know it. People work every day now. They can only grab a few things at the grocery store. People are sick right now with no insurance. You know what kind of pressure that is? People have whole families, wife and kids, and one paycheck away from getting put out. Somebody went to work, and when they got there, the gate was locked, and they didn't get nobody no warning, and you didn't get your last check. And you're already living paycheck to paycheck. And you out here trying to find a job and ain't nobody hiring. Or if they are hiring, they offer you $10 an hour and they look at you like, take it or leave it. Pressure bust pipes. This, ladies and gentlemen, we already in life had enough stuff to look out for. Enough pitfalls in life to look out for. Enough traps and holes and things that you could fall in to look out for. Now we got one more to add to the list, to take into consideration. Pressure. Everybody you look at nowadays, when you go out somewhere, whenever you're interacting with other people, keep this word in mind that Big Ward just told y'all. Always keep this in your head. Pressure. When you're getting ready to make a decision towards another human being, good or bad, keep that word in your mind. Pressure. Also keep in mind that you're going through pressure, so be careful that you don't explode and go off on somebody who ain't did nothing to you because you under pressure. The way the truck driver just went off on that guy about a squeegee because he was under pressure. What if the other driver didn't have no understanding and didn't care about what kind of pressure you under? You ain't gonna talk to me like that, and went got his, his peacemaker. Because you ain't gonna talk to him like that, he don't care what you're going through. See, there's some people that ain't gonna care what you're going through, that you under pressure, that you just lost everything. They still ain't gonna accept you talking to them in the kind of way. Beware of the pressure. Learn, everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice. The majority of y'all are under great pressure right now. I want y'all, including me, to find some ways. This ain't a suggestion. This ain't I think you should. I'm ordering you. I'm demanding. I'm telling you for your own good. Because if you don't, you're going to destroy yourself. Or somebody going to destroy you. If you don't find find ways to relieve that pressure before you bust. If you don't relieve that pressure some kind of way, it's going to keep building up and you're going to explode like a nuclear bomb. So I'm telling y'all, by any means necessary, find ways, because we all under pressure, to relieve that pressure. Whether it be fishing, taking a walk, the gym, something. Because if not, it's going to continue to build. And you going to explode over nothing. And you might end up losing your existence over a squeegee to wash your windows with, because you ran up against the wrong person that's under pressure just like you, and he got no understanding about what you going through, because he going through something too, and he ain't going to take your situation lightly because you just went off on him in front of everybody. Keep that in mind. We all out here dealing with great pressure. Pressure bust pipes. Be careful how you interact with people nowadays, or it's going to be a long, slow, drawn out funeral. You know what I was going to say, did you? Pressure bust pipes. Get it, got it, good. Bye.